tries to get more youth involvement in agriculture, and the 4-H clubs are going to be key to that. They've got some new initiatives in this 81st year of operation. So, Mr. Ewart, you are the perfect person as Director of Field Services to share some more about that with us. And for those folks who don't know, let me start with an easy question. What exactly are the 4-H clubs?
Okay, good morning to your listeners. Thanks for having me on your program. The Jamaica 4-H Clubs is really the youth training arm of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. And our programs are geared towards the interest of young persons involved. And not only just stimulating interest, but also provide medical and technical support for persons who want to get involved in the agriculture sector.
So hold on one second. The reception is a little funky. So you're saying not just training, but to provide what kind of support?
To provide both input and technical support for persons who want to get involved in the agricultural sector. Our focus is really on youth involvement.
Okay, got it. So then, are you able to list, you've given us a general background. Are there specific objectives that you have that are... Go ahead.
As one of our main objectives is to increase the number of entrants in the agricultural sector, and we are hoping to increase youth in the agriculture by 15% over the next 5 years.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to be patient with me. The connection is a little funky, so where I don't hear you, so clearly I might ask you to repeat. So you say you want to increase the number of youth involved in farming, and I think you were giving us a figure.
Okay, I was just saying that we are hoping to increase number of youth farmers in the agriculture by 15% over the next 5 years.
That's a nice target. So then, what is the RYEEP program?
Okay, our RYEEP program, the acronym RYEEP is our Rural Youth Economic Empowerment Program. And this is one of our flagship programs where we provide training for youngsters who are interested in getting involved. After successful completion of the training aspect of it, we provide input support for persons who want to get involved in the agricultural sector. Now, we have our Rebuilder program, which is our main RYEEP program. But in response to the COVID and the negative impact, we had a modified version of our RYEEP program, RYEEP Starter. Now, the RYEEP Starter seeks to empower up to 500 persons in terms of training and input support to start their agricultural enterprises. To date, we have established over 352 such enterprises, and these are agricultural enterprises. Now, the training is geared towards providing training in good agricultural practices, business plan preparation, financial literacy, and of course, customer service. We seek to establish enterprises in crop production and also livestock. As we speak, we are currently providing training for persons who want to get involved in agro-processing. We are currently conducting that training. So the RYEEP program is really to get persons who are unemployed involved in the agricultural sector through establishing agricultural enterprises at the entry point. These are persons who are just entering the sector, and we are hoping that the level of support that they will get over time, they will expand into commercial entities.
Oh, that is sounding pretty good. What other training opportunities are offered by the 4-H clubs?
Okay, our main mandate is to provide training for youngsters, and against that background, we have a number of training programs. We have our stimulatory training program where we provide training, especially for clubites across the island. Of course, we do have our mastery level program, and our mastery level program is to ensure that persons achieve a certain level of competency in this specific area. And of course, we're an agricultural-based entity, so most of our training are conducted in agricultural enterprises. And hence, the mastery level is for persons to gain competency in this specific area. Now, In addition to that, we also have our vocational training programs where we provide training in, currently we have a training program at the Denby Forage Center in Clarendon where we have training in tractor operation and maintenance. We are currently in the process of setting up a agro-processing lab at the Denby Forage Training Center in Clarendon. And again, we will provide training, especially for rural women, to get involved in agro-processing, packaging and labeling. And as we speak, we are currently conducting training for our first cohort, and we will be expanding that program in the short term. As it relates to our other programs, we do have our scholarship program where we provide support for persons who are pursuing careers in agriculture, because we are not only focused on farming, but we are also focused on persons who want to pursue other careers in agriculture. Hence, we provide a number of scholarships and bursaries for students at the secondary and tertiary level. Last year, we were able to provide 306 scholarships. This year, we have increased the numbers to 342, and the number speaks for itself. We are the largest provider of scholarships in Jamaica, and we are committed to this process, and we will ensure that we continue to provide support for youngsters who are pursuing careers in agriculture.
Well, this is extensive support, a lot of guidance, and
yes,
it is good. It shows that you are definitely making youth your focus. I'm sure it will be successful. Thank you for sharing with us today, Mr. Youatt.
You're most welcome.
Folks, there you have it. Garfield Youatt, Field Services Director at the Jamaica 4-H Clubs, outlining some of the major plans of the Jamaica 4-H Clubs for this 81st financial year of operation. 4-H Clubs are actually, did you know, one of the 14 agencies that fall under the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries portfolio. You have other agencies like the Banana Board, Agro Investment Corporation, National Irrigation Commission. There's just so many of them. So let's continue to support our farmers as they increase production and say yes to fresh produce as we continue to eat what we grow what we eat. For information on what's happening in the agricultural and agro-industry sector, visit the ministry's website at moa.gov.jm. Follow them on Facebook at Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Check them out on Twitter and Instagram, MOAFJM.